Hey Jennifer, in your note you said that you hoped that you'd done me proud, that you'd scrapped your content and started again, and yes, you did me proud. I didn't want to be the one picking your thesis, but because it was such an interesting point, I was really excited that you developed that. Um, I think that you make an excellent case for Alice Haskett Varick Waythorn being a social climber. I think you do a really good job with that. But as a result, I'd want you to recast the thesis. If this was a draft, I would tell you to work on that thesis again because right now you have she started with the poor and humble Mr. Casket, climbed higher to highly regarded socially, but poor Mr. Barrican climbed even higher to the social and well-off Mr. Waythorn. It's interesting, and if you'd followed that in your topic sentences, that would have been good. But you don't. Your your point is more about her as a social climber. Look at your topic sentences. They should tell the story of your thesis. Wharton wrote this story in 1904, and this she reveals how a woman must behave in order to survive during that time period. So that's not anything related to thesis points. And then another example is shown in the stark contrast between the homes in which she lived. Um, again, it's where is this coming from? So work to make your topic sentences stem from the thesis order. And that's going to strengthen your organization really, really well. Um, I think you do a beautiful job of talking about Alice as a master manipulator. Um, I just think that would be a better thesis for what your paper is. Alice's abilities to manipulate are demonstrated in the marriages she picks, um, the emotions she demonstrates, and whatever. Do you know what I mean? You can have an XYZ claim like that based on the content you have. A lot of times you write the essay with your thesis in mind and then you refresh it and revise it when you've got your content. So organizationally, it's not very strong yet, because it reads like a draft because you didn't have much time to put this together. But your content is so, so good. You know that you've got style and language issues, so we'll just look at a couple of them, just even in the first paragraph. In the short story, the other two, and you don't need a comma there. Edith Wharton reveals a situation in which there are multiple marriages. Fine. The female character in the story, Alice Haskett Varick Waythorn, has been married 3 times. This is a rare thing at the turn of this 20th century. She does not seem to be happy, yet she is not sad. It appears that the institution of marriage for her is a business, a means of social advancement and survival. And all of that is completely clear, really great writing. But then you go to started. And remember, we need to maintain present tense discussing literature. So it'd be, she starts with the poor and humble Mr. Haskett, climbs higher to highly regarded, which is just awkward phrasing, and climbs even higher to the social and well-off Mr. Waythorn. So some things to do there. You've got a comma issue here. This is a comma splice. Wharton wrote the story in 1904. You can do a semicolon. Um, I'm not really sure what you want it to be. Wrote the story in 1904. Her piece reveals, you just do semicolon, her piece reveals how a woman must behave in order to survive, blah, blah, blah. So there are proofreading errors in every paragraph. So you'll want to keep getting extra help. Once you've crafted your piece, you have strong organization, strong content, and then have people help you with proofreading. You can talk to the Writing Center, you can have other people look at hard copies of your work, but you do need to keep working on cleaning it up. Just to eliminate distractions and let your good content shine through. I'm just looking at your MLA quickly. It looks great here. Great. Okay, so it looks like your MLA is great. Let's see if you did your works cited correctly. You did, so you get a full points on works cited. This is a good revision, and I am totally proud. Way to go.